Nobody is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not luck. If you want success, you have to take control, because the only person who can change your life is you. So, are you ready to bet on yourself? You're waiting for someone to believe in you? Someone to push you? Newsflash, no one's coming. It's on you. Life doesn't hand out invitations. It doesn't come knocking on your door offering you success, confidence, or opportunity on a silver platter. You have to get up and take it. Too many people sit around waiting for someone to see their potential, waiting for someone to say you can do it, waiting for the perfect moment. But let me tell you something, there is no perfect moment, and there is no one coming to save you. If you want to change your life, if you want to step into the person you were meant to be, you have to take full responsibility for yourself. No one is going to believe in you more than you believe in yourself. If you sit there hoping for validation, hoping for someone to give you permission, you'll be sitting there for the rest of your life. The truth is, most people don't care about your dreams. Not because they're bad people, not because they don't love you, but because they have their own battles to fight. They have their own struggles, their own fears, their own doubts, and if you're expecting someone else to carry you to success, you're fooling yourself. You were born alone. You will leave this world alone. And in between those two moments, what you do with your time, your energy, and your talent is entirely up to you. You have to stop waiting. Stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for someone to come along and push you to be great. You have to push yourself. Because if you don't, no one else will. It's a harsh truth, but it's a liberating one. Because when you finally understand that no one is coming, you take back your power. You stop blaming your circumstances. You stop making excuses. You stop pointing fingers at your past, your environment, your lack of resources. And instead, you start figuring out ways to move forward. Because if no one is going to do it for you, that means you get to decide your fate. Think about every great success story, every legend, every champion, every game changer. They all had one thing in common. At some point, they had to bet on themselves. They had to take a chance even when no one else believed in them. They had to wake up every day and put in the work, even when there was no applause, no recognition, no guarantees. They had to trust themselves when no one else did. And that's what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. Not luck, not talent, but the decision to believe in yourself when no one else does. You have two choices. You can sit around waiting, hoping, wishing that someone will come along and make things easier for you. Or you can get up and start making things happen. You can step up, take responsibility, and create the life you want. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be comfortable, but it will be worth it. So stop waiting. Stop looking for a handout. Stop expecting someone to come and save you, because no one is coming. It's on you. Your future is in your hands. Your dreams are your responsibility. And the moment you truly understand that is the moment you become unstoppable. You think success comes when you're fully prepared. Let me tell you something, opportunities don't wait for your perfect moment. Most people live their entire lives waiting for the right time, waiting until they feel ready, waiting until they have more experience, more money, more confidence. But here's the truth, if you wait until you feel ready, you'll never take action. Readiness is a lie we tell ourselves to justify our fear of failure. No one ever feels completely prepared before they take a big step in life. The people who succeed aren't the ones who had it all figured out before they started. They're the ones who jumped even when they felt unsure, even when they felt afraid. You will never have all the answers before you start. You will never be able to predict every outcome. And you don't need to. What you need is the courage to take the first step, even when you feel uncertain. Because that's how growth happens. That's how success is built. You don't become ready first and then take action. You take action first, and in the process, you become ready. You build confidence by doing. You gain experience by trying, and every failure, every mistake, every lesson learned makes you stronger, sharper, better. The world doesn't wait for you to be comfortable. Opportunities don't show up when you feel ready. They come when they come. And if you're too scared to grab them, they move on to someone else. So many people miss out on life-changing chances simply because they're too afraid to take the leap. They tell themselves they'll start tomorrow, next month, next year. But tomorrow turns into next week. Next week turns into next year. And before they know it, a lifetime has passed and they never took the chance. You have to stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for everything to be perfect. Because perfection doesn't exist. There will always be fear. There will always be doubt. There will always be reasons to delay. But if you let those reasons control you, you'll stay exactly where you are forever. The people who succeed, the people who change their lives, are the ones who act in spite of their fear. They don't wait until the fear is gone. They move forward with the fear still inside them. So take the risk. Make the move. Start the business. Apply for the job. Put yourself out there even when you don't feel ready. Because the truth is, you never will, and that's okay. What matters is that you start anyway. Because once you do, you'll realize that the only thing holding you back was the belief that you weren't ready. You are. You always have been. You just have to believe it and take the leap. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you're lazy, a nobody with discipline will outwork you every single time. Talent is a gift, but discipline is a choice. You've seen it before, people with natural ability, people who could be great, people who could achieve anything, yet they waste their potential because they rely too much on talent and not enough on hard work. They think that because they're gifted, they don't need to put in the effort. But talent alone has never made anyone successful. It's the work that separates those who dream from those who achieve. It's the discipline to show up every single day, to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. There's always someone out there who doesn't have your talent but is willing to outwork you. Someone who wakes up earlier, stays up later, pushes harder. And in the long run, hard work will always beat talent. Because talent is potential, but work is progress. Potential means nothing if you don't develop it. You can have the skills, the intelligence, the natural ability, but if you don't put in the effort, it doesn't matter. The person who grinds every day, who stays disciplined, who refuses to quit, will surpass the one who coasts on talent alone. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most powerful leaders, they didn't get there just because they were talented. They got there because they put in the hours, the blood, the sweat, and the tears. They trained when no one was watching. They worked on their craft when everyone else was taking a break. They didn't rely on their natural ability to carry them. They built themselves through relentless discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's easy to work hard when you're motivated, when you're excited, when everything is going your way. But motivation fades. The real test is whether you can keep pushing when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when no one is cheering you on. Can you stay focused when the results aren't showing yet? Can you keep going when everything in you wants to quit? That's what separates the winners from the rest. So ask yourself, are you relying on talent, or are you putting in the work? Because talent can open doors, but only discipline will keep you in the room. You have to be willing to push yourself beyond what's comfortable. You have to be willing to sacrifice, to commit, to stay consistent even when it's hard. That's the price of success. And the ones who pay that price day in and day out are the ones who make it to the top. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Every single time. Some of your own friends, your own family won't see your vision. That's fine, God gave it to you, not them. One of the hardest truths you'll ever face in life is this: not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will support your dreams. And sometimes the people who doubt you the most are the ones closest to you. Your friends, your family, the people you love. They don't always mean harm. They don't always want to see you fail. But their vision is limited. They see the world through their own fears, their own failures, their own doubts. And when they tell you to be realistic or play it safe, it's not because they know what's best for you, it's because they don't believe it's possible for themselves. You have to understand that not everyone can see what you see. When you have a dream, when you have a vision for your life, it was given to you for a reason. God put that fire in your heart, not theirs. So why are you expecting them to understand it? Why are you waiting for their approval? Why are you letting their doubt shake your faith? If you want to do something great, if you want to achieve something bigger than yourself, you have to stop looking for validation from people who don't share your vision. There will always be doubters, always. People who question your every move, people who tell you it's impossible, people who laugh at you behind your back. Let them. Because at the end of the day, their opinions don't matter. The only thing that matters is what you believe. Do you believe in yourself enough to keep going even when no one else does? Do you have enough faith to walk alone if you have to? Because sometimes that's what success requires. The ability to keep moving forward even when the people you love don't understand. It's not their fault. They've been conditioned to think small, to settle, to accept what life gives them instead of going after what they truly want. But that's not your story. You weren't meant to live an average life. You weren't meant to follow the crowd. You were meant to break barriers, to shatter expectations, to prove that it can be done. And sometimes that means walking a lonely road. But here's the thing, the same people who doubt you now will be the ones who say they always believed in you once you succeed. That's just how it works. No one believes until they see results. No one supports you until you prove them wrong. So don't take it personally. Don't waste your energy trying to convince them. Don't let their disbelief become your own. Just put your head down, do the work, and let your success speak for itself. Because at the end of the day, the only person who needs to believe in you is you. Not your friends, not your family, not society, just you. So block out the noise, stay focused, and keep pushing forward. One day they'll see what you saw all along. Every legend, every success story started with one person believing in themselves. Nobody is going to hand you success. Nobody is going to wake up one day and decide to change your life for you. If you want something, you have to bet on yourself even when no one else does. You have to believe in yourself when the world tells you to quit. When you look around and see nothing but obstacles, when doubt creeps in, when fear whispers that you're not good enough, you have to drown out the noise and remind yourself why you started. Because if you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? Look at every great success story. Every entrepreneur, every athlete, every artist, every leader. At some point in their journey, they had to make a decision. A decision to keep going when the odds were stacked against them. A decision to trust themselves when no one else did. A decision to bet on their own potential, even when there was no guarantee of success. That's the difference between those who make it and those who don't. Not luck, not talent, but belief. The unshakable belief that no matter what happens, they will find a way. The problem is most people don't believe in themselves enough to take that risk. They wait for permission. They wait for validation. They wait for someone else to say, you've got what it takes. But what if no one ever says it? What if no one ever sees your potential? What if you spend your whole life waiting for approval that never comes? That's the reality most people face. They let their dreams die because they're too afraid to stand alone, too afraid to fail, too afraid to take a chance on themselves. But here's what you need to understand. If you don't bet on yourself, you've already lost. Playing it safe doesn't protect you from failure. It guarantees it. Because the only real failure in life is never trying. The only real regret is looking back and realizing you let fear stop you from becoming who you were meant to be. Think about it. Every time you doubt yourself, every time you hesitate, you are choosing to stay exactly where you are. And where has that gotten you? Have you reached your full potential by playing it safe? Have you achieved your dreams by waiting for the perfect moment? No, because success doesn't work like that. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. The only way to win is to take risks. The only way to succeed is to step out in faith, even when you don't have all the answers. So bet on yourself. Even if you fail, bet on yourself. Even if no one believes in you, bet on yourself. Even if the road is long, even if the journey is hard, even if success feels impossible, bet on yourself anyway. Because the truth is, you are far more capable than you realize. You are stronger than your doubts, bigger than your fears, greater than your circumstances. But none of that matters if you don't believe it. None of that matters if you don't act on it. The only person who can change your life is you. The only person who can push you forward is you. So stop waiting, stop doubting, stop playing small. It's time to step up. It's time to go all in. It's time to bet on yourself and never look back.